Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For this selection, or this time around, I'm going to use the Thelema Tarot for the tarot part. There was more information. At the bottom here is there's a website. So I think it's Los Garibo. I'm not good with pronouncing things. I feel like it's quite obvious to people who watch a lot. But there's the spelling, because if you want to find it or get more information, go ahead, go on there and check out whatever you want to check out. I don't recall last time I was on that site, so it could be some cool stuff. Supportive Oracle Cards, Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. There are their full names if you want to check them out individually. There are some websites on the back here. She Who Is Art is what stops or jumps out to me. And the dice are the same dice. They're metal dice. They're from Amazon. So if there's anything on that, they're from Amazon. I don't think there's a specific website on there, is there? Just Amazon, D&D. So if you want to find metal dice, I use the 20, the 4, and the 12. The 20 is for the major arcana, which obviously it's missing number 21, which would be the world, if my brain is working. And then for the minor arcana, the 12 I use from ace up to knight. So it's missing the king and queen, but still works. And the 4 I use for which element it is. And I go in the order of the zodiac. So the first, since Aries is the first, I use fire for 1, earth for 2, air for 3, and then water for 4, in case you're wondering. Okay. Thank you for checking out this part, and now on to your read. Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These reads are valid for whenever you come to them. But that being said, what do we have for Sagittarius? Slap, slap. Slap, slap. Why are we starting with that? Ooh, you got the Ace of Wands right off the bat. So, my first thought is also, though, you got to pick up that wand, which I don't think of you guys having an issue with that usually, but gotta pick up the wands. All right, let's get there first. Somebody complaining that they don't have enough. This could be yours. The cornucopia here, abundance, having more than enough. You got to pick up this wand. So let's keep that in mind. This is something you want to pick up. You want to pick up this wand. Whatever it is, you want to pick it up. Seeing it here in your thoughts, when it shows up, you're going to want to. So why aren't you going to? Is a great question. The situation you're currently dealing with has changed over time. This could be something you've dealt with for years, more than likely for years. Could be something you've been doing just maybe a few months. Who knows? But whatever this is, when you were originally a part of it, when you walked into this situation, it was your groove. It was your jam. It was great. La 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 la. Love it, love it, love it. Good, 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 good. Joy, 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 joy. Happiness, happiness, happiness. Okay, good, wonderful. And it was. And it's not saying that the situation is bad, but you've grown past it. You've evolved past it. Your needs are just different now. I don't feel like anybody's bad for that. You aren't bad, they aren't bad, nobody's bad. Your connection has changed. You got to pick up your wand though. I feel like you've been thinking about picking up that wand, but something here is holding you back. You definitely are overthinking the situation. And it feels like if I pick up that wand, there's going to be fallout, and I'm worried about the fallout. I'm just very caught up in the fallout. Overthinking it, very much overthinking it. Very restrictive. No, that's not right. Where are we going with this? What part are you over there? Okay. Because there's actually, I feel like this is going to your benefit, which is sometimes a very earth energy. Let's just see where this is going. Because this one, ironically, is not restrictive. You're holding you back. 4 of Cups. And the Hanged Man. Whatever the situation is, there's a lot you do like. But there's that one cup out of your reach. that you've been wanting and probably been wanting for a while. And it's just kind of like it's looming there. And it's kind of saying, hey, Sag, you gonna pick up that wand and come claim me? Sag. And you're just like, I can't. I want to, but I can't. I have these responsibilities. I can't. I have these responsibilities. It makes sense why you're feeling that way. The thing is, you do have responsibilities. You don't have to neglect your responsibilities to pick up that wand, though. For some reason, I keep getting this energy like, yeah, but if I pick up those wands, what happens to my responsibilities? They evolve with you. This is in the sense of like, for example, if you had children, and you're like, I can't I can't go towards this promotion because I have to move 200 miles away to do it. And if I do that, I have to uproot my whole family, and it's not fair to them. The thing is, these opportunities might be better for them than you realize. But it's like you keep telling yourself, yeah, but I'm screwing up my responsibilities if I go and do that. The thing is, you just bring your responsibilities with you. There's certain things that won't change in this situation, but there's other things that, like, there's whatever this is, it's going forth to that next situation. You keep talking yourself out of it, like, yeah, but that could change. Yeah, but this could change. Yeah, but they won't like this. Yeah, but they won't like that. I feel like you keep talking yourself into a corner, though. There's a moment coming forward, shock of life, that you have to start. It's like you have to like get the ingredients together to bake the pie, if that makes sense. There's a moment coming together where you could start gathering your ingredients to make what you want. This is not going to be something where somebody just kind of shows up and says, hey, you want this? It's not going to be like that. This is going to be a moment coming up that's going to be like, if you want that to happen, you know you're going to need all these things. So get your ducks in a row, get all that stuff together so that you can make this pie and make what you want happen. That moment is coming up. If that sounds right. Nine of Cups, very self-sufficient. And then the High Priestess reversed. It's not about everybody else, it's about you. Giving your energy off to everybody else, I don't know, I feel like Sag does this constantly. You give your energy away a lot. I feel like it's just like natural. It's just something you naturally do. You got to redirect that energy. Stop giving it to other people. Give it to you. You want to make a pie. We're just making it simple. That's why I'm using the pie analogy. You want a strawberry with blueberries in it pie. Maybe you want a crumb top, whatever. So you're like, okay, I know I need this, that. Let me look up other recipes. Like, this is the recipe I usually use. So-and-so does this thing to make that crumb top. Let me see what that would do. Like, maybe I could do the strawberry filling, and then I could do the apple, or the blueberry crumb top over the top. Maybe that would be kind of interesting. Maybe it'd be a little bit different. You know what you want to do. You're looking, you see everything you need. You already have the dishes you need. You just got to go get certain things. You're like, I'm going to need this. I'm going to need that. This is your time to start pulling together your ingredients. It's coming up fairly soon. It's about redirecting your energy for what you want. It's coming up fairly soon. Investing in you. Realizing that you do a lot for other people. Your whole life isn't meant to be given to other people. This is a time for you. There's nothing selfish about you just taking time for yourself and doing for you. In fact, for the most of you, if not all of you, that are really going to connect with this, you probably have this thing where, well, yeah, well, that's selfish if I do this for me, or like they need something more, or blah, 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 blah. It's not selfish for you to do something for you. Take care of you, and the more you take care of you, the more you take care of others. So you got to balance it out and realize that you're not going to let go of your responsibilities. That natural Sagittarius energy, you will still be helping other people. You will still do that while still doing for yourself. You got to prioritize you, though. You have to prioritize you, which could be as simple as saying, like, after 3 p.m. on Wednesday and 5 p.m. on Sunday, those are my times. I have, like, you literally have it on your schedule like as a business meeting, so that people leave you alone. You go do what you need to do, and you prioritize what you need to do, whatever makes you happy. So on those 2 times of the week, you're just doing what makes you happy, what things you want to go towards. You're putting in that effort to make that pie happen. You know what I mean? Even if you're just like, you know what, this Wednesday I don't want to make the pie actually. But you know what? You're going to keep that time for you. You prioritize you. You take that time and you just do something just for you in that time anyway. It could be as simple as that. So like even if you schedule the time and you're like, it's for the pie, I'm going to make the pie. And maybe that time comes, you're like, I don't really want to make the pie today. As long as you keep that time for you, as long as you use that time for something that makes you happy, something for your happiness, it'll still flow forward the way it needs to. Because maybe that day is just you don't need to make that pie. But the next time it comes around, maybe you will. You know what I mean? You gotta prioritize you. That will make this work out. What will not make this work out is you keep balancing things out with other people and what makes other people happy. If you keep taking time that's meant for you and you're like, well, okay, I can cancel my time and I'll just use it for them. They want it anyway. Somebody needs me to take them to the doctor. I'll cancel my time and I'll take them because a doctor is more important. Before you do that, is somebody else available to take that person to the doctor? Why do they need you? Is there a way you can balance this out? Kind of like, hey, how about I let you borrow my car and you take yourself? How about we do that? What would they do if you weren't able to do it? What would they do if you can't let people take over your time? Ironically, it's those simple things where like I'm using a doctor's appointment specifically because it's important. Yes. Doesn't mean you're the one that it has to fall on. Especially because I feel like people might go to you first because they're like, the easiest way to fix this is to go to Sagittarius because 9 times out of 10, Sagittarius will bend over backwards to suit my needs. So, in fact, this might be as easy as saying, well, I don't know right yet. See if you can get so-and-so or so-and-so, and if they can't, come back to me because I got a lot going on that day. People don't need to know what you're doing. They don't need to know that it's your time. Just try to push them back, see if they can find a different solution. The more you just give in and try to make other people happy, that's going to rob you of your time. If you're able to do this, more pushback. Definitely, you want to do more pushback. I feel like that's important for those of you this is going to hit with. More pushback. Definitely more pushback. Not in a negative way, but just kind of like, okay, well, I don't know if I can do that. Why don't you get back to me? See if you can have somebody else help you. If you can't, come back to me. I'll see what I can do. Because I feel like people they're going to you first and they're just taking your time without thinking about it. It's hard for you to do that is what I'm also getting. Because you're going to start blocking people a little bit more. And I feel like that's hard for you. But the more you get into that habit, the more you take this time for yourself, if you can really create that habit, it's not that you're not willing to help people. It's just kind of like, don't think of me first. Don't choose me first to help you. At least not all the time. Like, if 5 times out of the week you need somebody to help you, once or twice is okay, choose me. But the other 3, find somebody else to help you too. Don't put it all in Sagittarius. Like, kind of get that energy going. The more you can do that, the more you kind of like, I got a lot going on, the more you can get people to help themselves or find other alternatives. Like, if you can't find anybody, I'll bend over backwards for you, but don't bend over backwards right off the bat. If you can create that balance, the more opportunities you have coming for you, the more things can fill in for your life that you want. And people have options. People need to explore those options. Just because it's easiest to ask Sagittarius doesn't mean people should ask Sagittarius. I feel like that's what this reading is about. Like, start creating that habit. If you can start creating that habit, you'll be a lot happier. There will always be the Wheel of Fortune in your life. I feel like that's just a normal thing for Sagittarius. Things go left, things go right. This looks good. Maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Let's see what happens now. Let's see what's happening there. The more you start pushing back, the more you get used to it, I feel like you'll also get a better feel of when that's more appropriate and when it's not. Push back more. Push back more. Again, this whole thing seems like it's about you getting what you want more. People have more opportunities. They act like they don't have these possibilities they do have. If you at least make people wait and kind of I don't know right yet, give me a couple days, but if you can find somebody else, but if you can't, come back to me in a couple days because it's kind of busy right now. They act like they don't have these possibilities, but I'm getting there's other possibilities here besides you. They may be somebody who truly lacks, but doesn't mean that you're the one that has to fill their cupboard. There are other people who can do it too. Let's keep that in mind. Because not for nothing, Sagittarius is very, 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 very helpful. But, just if there's 20 people and everybody keeps asking you, you're going to get depleted. If there's 20 people, other people can help other people too. It doesn't always have to fall on your shoulders. Let's just be fair. Hopefully this makes sense. Because I feel like that's what this is all about, like giving some pushback, getting people to explore other options so that you can have more of what you want in life. And I'm going to go back to that same analogy, like you should really be scheduling out, or at least trying to like put little things in your schedule for you. People have to know it's you time. So don't let people know, like, I blocked off, Wednesday from 3 p.m. on just for me, and then Sunday or whatever day I said from 5 p.m. on that's just for me. People need to know that detail. They just need to know that you're busy and unavailable. You're just unavailable. They don't need to know it's a private thing. I don't feel comfortable talking about it with people. That's all they need to know. It's private. It's a private situation. I just don't think it's something I should be talking about. Just leave it about that. Move on. They don't need to know why, because sometimes, a lot of times people find out what you're doing and they're like, well, that's not important. They decide that your schedule isn't important enough for you to keep it. So they're like, no, Sagittarius, you don't need time for you. Have time for me. If they don't know that detail, it may make it a little easier for you. Let's just also say that. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.